Well, hello again. Sean from Thumbs Up Runners. How are you doing? Got another race review for you. Two this week. Bonus. So we're going to talk about back-to-back races I did 2 weeks ago on Saturday and Sunday in Wilmington, North Carolina. The first race I did was on Saturday, which is the Run for Ray race, benefit Ray, who passed away from a rare cancer. And then on Sunday was the road race with 13.1 run events and Blue Shield Blue Cross and my little fishy. Um, both had their ups, both had their downs, but overall it was a good weekend. Lots of fun, lots of running, and came out with some great calf cramps. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. So we'll start off with the expo. First, there was no expo in either event. The Run for Ray event was held on the trailhead itself, and you just kind of showed up, pick up your packet, got your shirt, bling, and then you rolled to the start line. However, they did have Waffle House biscuits, and they also had Waffle House coffee there. And if you don't know what Waffle House is, then you are missing out on scatter, spelled, covered, chunked, topped, and diced. Just try it. So for that reason, I gave it a 0 out of 5. Sorry, but can't rate any higher than that for no expo. And then the Wilmington race, I gave it a 1 out of 5. The 13.1 event was held in a sports store, mostly sports, a little bit of running, but they did pull out some of their special stuff just for the 13.1 runners, and some of the other organizers for like the Battleship Half Marathon were there as well. They did have a couple of booths at the site where the race was, mainly your Blue Shield booths, but had to give it a 1 out of 5. Race organization, Run for Ray, I gave it a 3 out of 5. I thought for a small race, running 3 different races, a 3-mile, a 9-mile, and an 18-mile, I thought they did really well in managing the number of participants that got in there, as well as the race, which ran the same course for different portions of it. So keeping all those people, going, blended in without obstructing some of your elite athletes, helped out. The real no hiccups. There was also a great PA system. You heard everything went off, and there was really a good communication by the folks running it. Only issue is there was 2 portalets, so for that reason I gave it a 3 out of 5. Had to hit the wood line, but if you're a good trail runner, you know how to take advantage of the wood line. So the race organization for 13.1, I gave it a 4 out of 5. It was set up for a small race. It's the second year they've run it in Wilmington. I think there was like 200-300 people that ran it, mixed crowds. You had a half marathon, and I think there was a 10K also. It got a little confusing when you were running towards the end finishing because you didn't know who you were passing. Kind of became suspect. Some people in front of me are like, did they run the half marathon or not? Anyway, I gave it 4 out of 5. There's lots of water before the race, and there was also lots of portalets before the race. So lots of options, good parking, easy to get in and out of. Yeah, that's it. Course layout. So for the course layout, I gave the Run for Ray a 4 out of 5. It had a lot of switchbacks, and I mean a lot of switchbacks. So I switched back probably about 142 times, probably right around there. And literally my Garmin went crazy. I finished, I did 16 miles, when actually I did 18 miles. I kind of asked someone, I was like, what's going on with my Garmin? They're like, well, the switchbacks goes off, et cetera, et cetera. So it did make me run faster because I thought I was getting 2 free miles out of this, but not the case. There's also a lot of routes on the trail system there. So if you see, or if you go out there to the course, you are an active runner. The first lap, it was 2 laps. The first 9-mile lap, you're mostly in stride with a bunch of the pack. I was in the middle pack, not the backpack, but I pushed the pace a little bit, probably too much. Caught me on the second lap, and on the second lap, I fell about 3 times. Yeah, there were some nasty routes out there, and they just come up and grab you. But overall, I thought it was great. It really kept you on your toes. It's the true essence of trail running out there. For the Wilmington Run, I gave it a 3 out of 5. I just thought, kind of an out and back with a lollipop in between, and you're passing people in the 5K and the 10K. You're not really sure what's going on. There's no track pad at the halfway point of the lollipop. So, you got people probably could, not saying they did, cut corners. And then, funny story, guy finishing right ahead of me, we were probably about 3 miles from the finish line. There was a left turn, and he went straight right by the police and right by the spectators, everyone. No one said anything. And I was whistling and yelling at the guy. And I guess he turned around because he came flying past me smiling, so good for him. Can't believe he passed me, though. Again, 3 out of 5. For the swag, so the Run for Ray, I got this sweet T-shirt. No real medals handed out. Didn't really need a medal. I had some nice scratches, and that was well worth it. And then I had a biscuit from Waffle House at the finish line. Bonus. For the Wilmington race, you got this little plain medal with this little fishy that says half marathon on it. Okay. I gave that a 2 out of 5 for their swag. They did give you a nice technical shirt, but I kind of like the cotton. The cotton just kind of nice. Overall, I gave Run for Ray 4 out of 5. I gave the Wilmington 13.1 a 3 out of 5. Would recommend you running the Run for Ray race if you're in the Wilmington area and you're desiring to get out on a nice trail. Both of them are fun atmospheres. I would say the Run for Ray is probably a little funner, a little more lively crowd, and the Wilmington race is still growing, so you never know, next year might get better. Stay tuned for my next race update after this weekend. I'll be running a half marathon trail up in Denver, well, half trail, concrete trail. That dem run. And then we're just getting ready for the Shamrock Marathon coming up in the middle of the month, where we're going to do the King Neptune Challenge. So, see you next time. Thumbs up.